Hey guys, welcome back to FYI Now. Today's episode, I'm gonna be shaking some tables, like shaking them. And I don't even care if the legs break. But all I know is that this table, I'm gonna shake it today. I'm talking about 5 hygiene tips for men. Now you might be thinking, for men, okay, I'm a woman, I'm not going to watch this. No, 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 no. These tips are for men, but the women also need to hear it because it affects basically everybody. But I just particularly want to direct it towards the men because men have this thing that really annoys me. They'll be going around, hey, masculinity this, masculinity that, and they cannot take care of themselves. So even though it applies to everybody, I'm targeting this specifically at the men. And then for every woman out there, of course, you have a man in your life now. You have a father, a husband, a boyfriend, a cousin, somebody, but you have a male figure in your life. Maybe a best friend, but you have a male figure in your life. So this episode is for everybody. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you guys certain tips, with regards to hygiene that I employ, and I believe that if you follow them, it will also be of immense benefit to you. Number one, towels. I hear some of you guys use your towels for 3 months. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Are you guys okay? 3 months. You should never ever use your towel for more than 1 week. 1 week, 7 days tops. Okay? 7 days tops is how long you should use your towel for. And when I say 7 days, I mean 7 days maximum. Change your towel once every week. It'll do you a whole lot of good. It'll do your skin a whole lot of good. I never use my towel for more than a week. Never ever do I use my towel for more than a week. You need to stay safe, you need to stay clean, you need to stay healthy, and you need to maintain a very healthy lifestyle, and your skin needs all these benefits. Then I also hear that you guys, the same towel you use to dry your legs, your back, your balls, all of that is the same towel you use in cleaning your face. Haba, come on guys, you need to have a face towel. Use something that's different for your face. You can't use the same towel you use in cleaning, everywhere else to clean your face. Come on now, it doesn't even show respect for yourself. So please get a small towel, like an A4 size towel, 100% cotton, just for your face, okay? So you don't take all the dirt from every other place, to your face. Remember guys, your skin is your covering. I repeat, your skin is your covering. Make sure it's always in the best condition possible, okay? Biko, I'm begging you guys, this has nothing to do with masculinity. If what I'm saying right now affects you, then you have a serious problem, a very serious problem, and I might just have to refer you to a therapist or a psychologist. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Number 2 health tip that I employ, my bed sheets. How long do you use your bed sheets for? I hear some people buy bed sheets, put them on their beds, and that is it. Come on now, you can do better. Make sure you change your bed sheets or you wash your bed sheets every single week. And now, because I've said every single week, it does not mean that if you had one very crazy night where you were all sweaty and all of that, you must wait till 7 days is over. No, there are moments where your bed sheets might get dirty and you might have to change it in 2 days or 3 days. And then for your pillowcase, you might have to use it for a period not exceeding 3 days. Because if you sweat, especially for people who sweat on their head and all of that stuff, try to wash your pillowcase in between the week. It does your skin a whole lot of good. Overall, it protects you, and keeps you safe, keeps you in the best hygienic condition possible. Feel me, guys? It won't kill you now. It's just washing. Come on. It's just washing. It's not a big deal. Trust me, it'll do you a whole lot of good. Number 3, your underwear. Your underwear. I heard a boy once say that he uses his underwear for 1 week. He says as far as it is not dirty, he's using it. I couldn't stop staring. Matter of fact, I always have something to say. As you guys can see, I love to talk. I talk for a living. But at this point, my mouth was just agape because I didn't know what to say. You use your underwear for 1 week and you tell me that if it's not dirty, you ain't changing it. Are you serious right now? This is your underwear. You use it in protecting the most private part of your body and you use it for 1 week. Are you normal? Come on, that's insane. You should change your underwear every single day. Change your underwear every single day. What is wrong with you? Why would you be repeating your underwear for a period exceeding 24 hours? Matter of fact, you normally, on a normal day, you shouldn't use your underwear for a period that exceeds 12 hours. If you get what I mean. Like you go to work, you come back, you should have a shower and change your underwear. Change your underwear. And I advise a lot of people to make sure that your underwear is white, or at least try to have some white underwear. You know why? Because when it's dirty, it's dirty. When you use all those colored stuff, for a lot of people, you try to hide behind the colors and you don't want to change your underwear. No, use white underwear. 100% cotton, white underwear. It'll do you a whole lot of good. And then white is not compulsory, but I mean, if you like other variety of colors, great. But for underwear, white is like my favorite color, and I love to use white, and it just gives me this sense of, comfortability. It just looks like it's always clean. Not looks like it's always clean, and it just makes me way more comfortable, and I'm more confident in myself. I mean, even though it's underwear, it still affects my entire output. So white is my favorite color to use as my underwear. But a word of advice: if white is not your favorite color, you like black, blue, red, whatever color it is you like, just ensure all the time that it is 100% cotton. You know why? Because if it's cotton, if you sweat or perspire or whatever, it tends to absorb it. But if it's something that's not cotton, it'll like droop. You could end up not really smelling too good, and we don't want that, right? Okay, thank you guys so much. Alright, so tip number 4, your mouth. Now, there was an episode I dropped a couple months ago where I talked about body odor, and there are 4 fundamental things that cause body odor in people: your mouth, your scalp or your hair, your midsection, and your pits. Okay, so one of the things I do for my mouth is, to be very honest, I hardly brush twice in a day. I'm being very honest because I'm sharing with you tips I use, okay? But of course, make sure that your first morning brush is very thorough. But if there's one thing I do in between, I always check myself constantly. I mean, come on now, fresh boy. I can't be caught on fresh now, you know what I mean? So I check myself constantly all the time. And then something I always have is I'll always have my mouthwash with me, whether it's in my car or in my office or in my bedroom. I always have my wash with me. So even though I may not for the most times have a second mouthwash, before the end of the day, or brush before the end of the day, I'm sure that I'll be able to use my Listerine or whatever it is I'm using, and I'll gargle and make sure that my breath is always on point. So I mean, man, know yourself. You know what I'm saying? Know yourself. So if you're somebody who you feel, okay, your breath sometimes is not in the best shape, try to always have like mints or something in your pockets. And then if you're going to have sweets, try to ensure that you have sweets that contain mint, because it's the mint that's going to keep your mouth fresh. Don't just go buy sweets that are like candy based or cream based and stuff like that. Those are just sweets, candy, whatever. Get stuff that has mints in them, because that's actually what's going to keep your breath fresh all through the day. Okay, so I'll also advise, try to also brush your mouth, brush your teeth before you go to bed at night. Try to ensure you have your mouthwash with you during the day, maybe put in your car or something. So if you feel some kind of way and you're like doesn't smell too good, just quickly gargle, spit it out, and voila, you're back to normal. Our final tip for the day is how you wash your clothes. One of the things I would always ensure I do with my clothes is to make sure that they are exposed to sunlight. Now, I hear some of you wash your clothes and then you like to wash overnight and just keep them. Trust me, it hits differently when your clothes are dried by the sun. God made sun for a purpose, and that's one of them. Okay, your clothes are fresh, but when you dry them like overnight in some room or something, it tends to still have this smell that's not really conducive, and then for some people, when you now put it on and you sweat in it, it becomes very foul. Okay, so always try to sun dry your clothes, especially if, let's say for instance, you're using a washing machine and you don't have a dryer, it may not come out too good. So except you have a dryer, try to always make sure you sun dry your clothes, because the sun is like the best dryer ever. It doesn't just dry your clothes, it also kills germs, bacteria, and all that stuff that might be hanging on your clothes and all of that, you know, after you've washed them. So these are some of the 5 tips I use to stay hygienic. There's a lot of them I use, but I just decided to share 5 tips for today. So please try to employ them. They work for me. I hope they also will work for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, make somebody smile today, because it doesn't cost you anything. I love you for watching.